Before we follow the trail, let's collect the Cupola Riddler trophies. When running into this building, there's a strangely placed backlight for this room, but it does show off a badass bat shadow on the wall.
Seriously, I was aiming for her head. Oh, if I'd only had a video camera when I swept Bob.
By the way, does anyone know how to choose which side of the Batmobile Batman exits? Because I got out on the right side this time, but it seems kind of random to me.
The tire tracks will lead me to Barbara. I can use the Batmobile forensic scanner to follow them. Alfred, I want the Arkham Knight's name.
As do I, Master Bruce. He has presumably chosen that title for a reason. Where do you suggest we start?
Arkham City. Go through the files of every inmate who was released following the death of Hugo Strange. And Alfred,
Sir?
they knew about Barbara. Activate the Batcave security protocols. Don't drop your guard.
I've got him. Batman, now you can do it. Just gotta find me. But Gotham's a big place. There's a whole army between us. I'm ready for you. Drone feed offline. Get back! Rattler down! We lost one, sir. He's making you look like a fool. Batman's taken out a drone. These machines are relentless. Unlike you, they don't give up. They don't hesitate, they don't hold back, and they are not afraid of you, Batman.
There are quite a few misses in this drone battle, but the biggest mistake I made is right at the end, when I falsely thought there were no drones left. That aside, there are 3 destructible shields to shoot. The first was the one I shot before destroying the last drone. There's one on the Cord Industries building, and one behind some billboards on GCPD.
I've got this whole city wired to blow. Try and disarm the explosives, and you'll face even more of my drones. You see, I've waited years. No one is taking this from me. I'll get a charred crater if they try. Sir, that warning was broadcast publicly. I suspect the Arkham Knight wishes to discourage outside intervention.
Alfred, the Arkham Knight's trail leads into Miagani Island. Lower the Mercy Bridge.
I can't, sir. We're locked out.
The militia must have hardwired into the transport control system. Find me their access point.
Right. Tracing the network traffic, it seems to have all been rerouted to Grand Avenue Station.
Then that's where they'll be. I'll proceed on foot and take over their access point. I'll contact you when you're able to lower the bridge.
Be careful, sir. Miagani Island is rife with militia drones and troops. The bridges, but Batman can and will adapt. Stay alert. Watch the skies.
The station's crawling with the Arkham Knight's militia. I need to clear them out and find the access point they're using to hack into the transport network.
TV. With the shock. Good. We're gonna need it. You think he's coming? Oh, I know he is. Arkham Knight just kidnapped his friend. We got the drone. He's not catching us off guard. Better not. Batman access to that terminal. I don't know what Scarecrow and the Arkham Knight will do to us. So what happened? The chemical factory blew up, but I don't see any giant clouds of fear gas. Bat did that. He went in there, tore the 3 units of our guys, nearly captured
In the next Predator room, I take out 4 of the 8 guys, including the drone controller, before the others are alerted, and the next 2 by Fear multi-takedown. Occasionally, the final 2 come towards you together, in which case throw some smoke and have some fun. But more often than not, only one of the remaining 2 comes towards you, knock him out to lure in the last guy for a takedown. Remember to get the trophy behind the panel before accessing the terminal.
Glad you're going to have a fight, Batman. I expected nothing less.
You've barely begun to solve my conundrum.
With the Arkham Knight's men taken care of, I can use their uplink terminal to lower the bridges.
I've been waiting for years to use that one. Isn't that Barbara's job?
While Batman does some more sincere typing, let's have a look at this 1000 ampere hour battery.
You don't really believe all
Gotta love the detail.
give you if you save her. He holds a grudge, Bats. I should know.
Alfred,
Riddle me this. Why would a Batman visit an abandoned orphanage?
Eddie, sweetie, you confuse me with Robin. The big guy and I aren't all that close.
Oh, I know. It's because of what will happen to his feline friend if he doesn't get here in time. Shocked, Dark Knight? Stunned? You didn't expect this, did you? That is because you are no match for me, Edward Nygma, the Riddler, and your intellectual superior. Did you think I would just forget how...
Although I don't achieve it here, it's possible to take all these guys out with a multi-ground takedown, but the main thing to remember is that you should never leave the informant for last, in case you accidentally start interrogating him.
To solve my conundrums, I will stand triumphant over your bloodied corpse, and as the dim light fades for good in your tiny dullard's mind, your final thought will be how I have bested you. Come to the orphanage, detective, or she dies.
keep still.
Ah, both contestants are finally here. Tonight, folks, we've got riddles galore. But first, let me introduce my beautiful assistants. I'm growing tired of my dependence upon the least useless dregs I can scrape from...
I don't really have a strategy for robots, except do 3 critical strikes to destroy one and build a combo so you can combat take down the next one. Although team takedowns look cool, they take too much time. Before you leave, make sure to scan Selina's collar.
Care you make. Together, you're just competent enough to survive. Enjoy it while it lasts, Dark Knight. I have more in store for you than hitting things. No doubt you enjoyed that, Detective. It's the most fun you'll have all night. You see, Dark Knight, this feisty felonious feline has been fitted with a shiny new collar. With each challenge you complete, you'll get one little key. Collect every key and the kitty goes free. Remove it too soon and the kitty goes boom! But don't despair, Dark Knight. You did one challenge already. So let's see how long it takes for you to turn a running start into a stumble and fall. Take that rocket-fueled roadster and head on over to Chinatown, Detective. Your second test is waiting.
When leaving, try to double jump and open the door as soon as possible to delay talking to Alfred. That way you can skip the dialogue while backing up for the next grapnel boost.
Well, Batman, old boy, this is quite the dilemma, isn't it? Do you save the incompetent friend who got herself kidnapped, or the incompetent friend...
After collecting this trophy, it's time for murder victim number 3, with a shark bite on the left torso, a prosthetic right eye, and pins in the right humerus. This murder victim starts off a nice little run of checkpoints and watchtowers for some valuable upgrade points on the way back to the main mission.
I've seen that pattern of scar tissue before. It's a bite mark. Analyzing its radius points to a species of Selachomorpha. This particular variety of shark is only found in the waters off the coast of North Gotham. The victim is fitted with an ocular prosthesis. This specific type of medical-grade acrylic was used only once during a trial 5 years ago. Signs of trauma to the upper arm. At some point, titanium screws have been implanted to repair a fractured humerus. Alfred, the victim's name? That's 3 victims.
Checkpoint with 5 guys. 1 with a stun baton. Take 3 out with fear takedown, quickfire electrical charge for the baton, and mop up the rest. For checkpoints, it's useful to try and finish with a commander who wears a different uniform, so you're in position to destroy the controller. For some reason, the final guy doesn't go down with 1 hit, but I get him in the end. I think once with this watchtower I was able to land and get a fear takedown, which is useful against swordsmen, but sadly not this time. At least I got perfect free flow and no hit bonus, which will starkly contrast the terrible way I handle the next checkpoint. When I start, I get an upgrade so I can do a takedown on the brute after 5 hits. After this takedown, I try to throw a batarang at a gas canister that is already coming for my head. I'm just going to stay quiet until the end so you can see how bad this is. I somewhat redeem myself after taking out the brute, but the game decides to punish me by not restoring my health or giving me XP. No, instead everyone shoots guns at me, which does usually happen after the checkpoint, but with minor damage. This time though, I am forced to spend the single upgrade points I earned in order to save my life. Thankfully this watchtower goes pretty well. Glide kick the shield guy and take out these 4 with a multi-ground. The rest line up like ducks at a shooting range. After the fear takedown at this checkpoint, I usually hit the guy nearest the brute so I can perform a takedown on the brute, but for some reason Batman leaps to the gunman, which leaves me having to restart my combo. It's like he doesn't even know about invincibility frames during a takedown. The riskier tactic with this watchtower is to hang off the ledge and fear takedown. This only works if both the groups on the roof and on the ground do not see you. But overall, this group is fairly easy. A couple of multi-takedowns, and that's that.
Drones have lost contact. Then reacquire it! Prepare for attack. The bat's on the offensive.
Usually, if they haven't noticed you at this checkpoint, a fair takedown can remove 2 swordsmen and a soldier from the equation. This wasn't an option, so I ended up doing the slow, cowardly method of 3 critical strikes by leaping over heads to build a combo to perform a single takedown on a swordsman. Even then, I make a meal of the last 3 guys.
I want us there fighting him no matter where he turns.
I gotta say that it is good to be back. Gotham just wasn't the same without me, was it? I mean, Scarecrow's the biggest bad guy in town. Woohoo! Not for long.
Okay, I'm getting bored. I say we do him now. How? I don't know how. All I know is it gotta be now. Now?
I'm heading to Mercy Bridge to pick up the trail of the Arkham Knight's vehicle.
When getting back to the Batmobile and waiting for the bridge to lower, shoot the destructible wall to reveal one of 2 Riddler trophies that will get on the way to the 4th murder victim, and something scary. But first we need to take down a few drones, including our first encounter with a Mamba drone.
Weakness in the drones, sir. A direct hit from the Vulcan gun on their sensor array should destroy them with a single shot.
Sergeant, Mercy Bridge is being lowered. He's coming. Mamba drones online and ready to engage. Mamba's been hit. Arkham Knight, come in. Defense is breached. He's moving onto Miyagani Island. Not now, Sergeant. Establish roadblocks. Lock the island down.
Those with a nervous disposition, turn the sound down and look away for the next few seconds for a jump scare.
Alfred, I found a
Murder victim number 4 and the final one on Miyagani. Scan the chest, right bicep and left foot before heading towards the crash site.
chest. It appears to be a birthmark, quite distinctive. There's a bullet lodged deep in the upper bicep. This type of ammunition is predominantly used with a hunting rifle that hasn't been manufactured in over a decade. The left foot is missing several toes. The site of amputation suggests the removal of non-viable tissue in the treatment of frostbite. Alfred, I've ID'd them. Have you found anything linking?
I missed the hospital riddle, but I get it in the next video just after I finish with the crash site.
Knight must have taken Oracle and moved on. I should examine the vehicle more closely. The car veered off an empty road. Why? Looks like the driver wasn't wearing his seatbelt. I should find the body.